one of the things I always ask travelers that I run into every time, where's the cheapest place you've been that you absolutely love? And time again, the one country that kept coming up was Peru. So I moved here to see for myself. Is it actually cheap? Can you live here less than $1,000 a month? In this video, I'm going to share with you how much it costs to travel here, live here. How much does it cost to stay in hostels and Airbnbs? How much is dining, dating, surfing, and much, much more. By the end of this video, you'll definitely know if this is a place in your next bucket list that you should tick off, or you should skip it altogether. All right, let's go. Okay, Pacasmayo. This is a very old fishing town. This dock was made by the colonial Spanish and it was turned into a huge fishing port. Now it's a popular surfing destination. Oh, so look at this. There's nobody on the waves right now. This is insane. This is the surfing is right. The surf break is right there. There's nobody on the water right now. This is the cheapest surfing I've ever done. I got a room right next to the beach and I got a simple room. It's clean. It's got hot water, shower, all that good stuff. It's got Spanish television to practice my Spanish, and it's right next to the beach. It's crazy. It's only $19, and it's right near the break, and there's nobody out there. This is insane. It blows my mind. The only time it gets busy is after 5 o'clock. The kids after school, I guess, they go and surf. But during the day, Monday to Friday, there's nobody there. Cheapest surfing I've ever done. No crowds. It's unbelievable. This is Pacas. I shouldn't even tell you what beach this is. To keep this a secret, but there's tons of breaks all along the Peruvian coastline like this. But anyways, this surf break is Pacasmayo. This surf break is Pacasmayo, and the waves were so much fun last night. I'm going out right now, and I'll have the waves to myself. The temperature is a little on the chilly side. It's only about 5 degrees cooler than Mancora. I drove 9 hours and I got a bit of the chills. It's definitely much cooler here in Pacasmayo, and the waves are really nice too. Some people have wetsuits, some don't. Okay, next up, Huanchaco. Now this is a very interesting town because apparently, according to experts, this is the original birthplace of surfing. See that little funny looking reed boat? That's called a Totora de Cabalitos. That was a name given by the Spanish, but in the Bohica language, it's called tup. And it's a boat that hasn't changed in over 3,000 years. It's pretty much the same as it was. And they were used by the fishermen. And when they were done fishing, they would actually use it for recreation and go surfing. So those are the original surfboards. And Huanchaco has some of the best waves in all of Peru. Huanchaco is very close to one of the longest lefts in the world, called Chicama. It holds the record for the longest left. If you catch one of those waves, it'll take you about 2 minutes or so to ride it. Okay, again, these are beach breaks and they get quite large. There's more of a beginner's beach break, which is just on the right of the fishing pier, and then on the left of the fishing pier, it gets more intermediate and advanced. They can get definitely easily overhead, and these waves are usually lefts. Most of the people here speak Spanish, so you're going to need to practice your Spanish. And the hostel I stayed at actually was fantastic, and I'll leave the link. I'll leave the name here in this corner, and you can go check out the link below afterwards. And it was cheap. It was around, I think, $16 a night, $17 a night, something like that. And there was a little cheaper options and there's more expensive options. Board options were around 30 to 40 soles, which is around $8 to $12, $13 US. That includes a board rental and a wetsuit. You're probably going to need a wetsuit because usually it's a little chilly, depending if you're from a cold or warm climate. Everyone's super friendly here. This is about a 10-hour drive from Lima, and it's definitely one of my favorite, probably my second favorite surf spot in all of Peru. Localism really isn't a problem here, and I found the crowds to be moderate. It is a big town, and it's a very popular surfing spot in Peru. However, because it's so spread out and there's so many different breaks, crowds really aren't a big deal here. There's markets and shops where you can get fresh produce and cook your own stuff. That's what I would usually do. And there was the odd time I would dine out, and you could get dining options for as low as around $6 or $7 US, and it'll go up to $20-$25 US, depends on how much, how fancy you want to go. But there was some cheaper options, and that were decent and filling, so it's not expensive at all compared to other countries I've been to. So Peru overall has been a very cheap destination. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, this is Barranco, located in Lima. There's two districts in Lima that are particularly amazing. There's Barranco, which you're looking at now, and then there's Mira Flores, which is just as stunning. And this is a very hipster, beautiful district, both beautiful. Some parts of Lima can be a little sketchy and even a little dirty, but these particular districts are very artsy. There's a lot of money. There's plenty of dining options, some of the best. In fact, there's more culinary schools in Peru than anywhere else in the world. The culinary scene is superb. You know, the streets are clean. It actually reminds me a lot of my hometown, Toronto, on the waterfront, except we don't have any ocean or surfing. And I could actually do a 15 to 20 minute walk from where I was staying and just walk down to the beach and start surfing. The surf break was quite close, and I would rent my boards, and they were around 20 to 30 soles, which is around $7 to $11 US. There's one of the surf breaks there, and you have these huge black and green cliffs to look up at while you're surfing, and there's yachts just down the way a bit, and they have some nice long lefts. The waves are fantastic here. It does get a little busier. This is probably busier than, say, Pacasmayo or Huanchaco or Chicama that I talked about earlier. But the upside is you have this fantastic lifestyle. My hostel was very cheap. I was looking at around $12 to $14 US a night, and you pay an extra dollar if you want some breakfast. And it was very close to the beach break. And then I actually got this Airbnb as well, and it was only $22 a night, and I had the whole place to myself. I had a rooftop patio with a pool. It was 15-minute walk to the surf break, and it was right in the beautiful district of Barranco. Right now, I'm looking at the Pacific Ocean. I'm about 10 minutes away. It's a one-bedroom. It has a pool. It has surfing, which is like a 10-minute walk to the closest surf break, and there's lots of restaurants, cafes. I could see myself living here a long-term stay easily. I could easily do 6 months, and while it's cold here in Toronto, I'd come here and surf every day, definitely.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's like really I just discovered it here. Mm-hmm. You need a lot of leaves, and you don't feel a lot. And this is actually just activating the coca.
So explain what that little black thing is again.
It's like it's like condensed quinoa plant, I would say.
Oh, okay.
And there's like something chemical inside. I cannot explain.
Right.
It's like activated something. I don't know. Maybe not. I had a bad grade in chemistry. Okay. But this is somehow like activating the leaves.
Okay.
So you just get a really little tiny bit of it in and just put it in your mouth, and you could leave it there for like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Right. And
it's gonna get numb.
Yeah.
Like your tongue and your mouth is gonna get numb.
Okay.
And you're gonna feel like it's a bit kind of being.
This is Flavia. Say hello, Flavia.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo te llamas? I forgot your name.
Don't tell them you forgot my name. So Flavia forgot my name already. We went out for dinner to, where did we go?
We went to Osaka, which is Asian restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a mix of Asian and Peruvian restaurant.
Look at that handsome couple.
Too soon.
The dating scene in Lima is absolutely out of control. There's so many people in Lima and so many opportunities. I met a ton of people surfing. I dated a lot of people in the hostels. I also dated a lot of local Peruvians. But of course, you're going to need to brush up on your Spanish if you want to date the locals. Now, I've also made videos. So if you missed part 1, I talked about one of my favorite surf destinations of all time in Peru. And it's in part 1. Go and click the video there or click whatever YouTube recommends next and they think you should watch it next. So thanks for watching. Leave comments. Tell me what you think of Peru. Would you go? Have you been? I would love to hear all about it. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, talk to you later.